All right, welcome back, everybody. It's me, Burrito. I'm here with Griffin. We're going to be doing all the Mustafar stuff that I didn't want to do by myself. My commando Aki is here, and you'll be seeing me go between my officer and my commando for basically this entire time, as it's just going to be the two of us. And we need at least 3 characters to get through this, so keep a note of that. Second of all, I did want to show everybody, I know if you watched my How to Traverse the Galaxies video, you've seen the vehicle mod kit before. So I went and purchased one recently, and I thought this was a good time to upgrade my skiff because we might be using it today with somebody else in it. So I'll just apply that, confirm that. So now my skiff, if I look at the stats, it's better now. Yay! So that'll be a little bit faster for getting around Mustafar. But we're also going to be using ITVs a lot.
BD skiff.
B skiff. DB skiff. He got away with the money. Okay.
No.
But we're going to be going up here, so let's go up here. So before we go in, I have to first investigate the factory, which I have to, I think... Is this the one where I just go in? Nope. Wait. Oh yeah, just lets me in. All right, go in and select Decrepit Droid Factory from the menu. So this is Droid Factory 1. It's officially known as the Decrepit Droid Factory. I'm gonna click this access control, get in. First things first, let's get rid of all these battle droids. So my officer's running a set of macros that allows her to assist off of my commando, so whatever I'm targeting, she'll eventually end up targeting. Unfortunately, she's not going to be really able to leverage her melee setup, so she's just going to be rocking a carbine and doing whatever she can. But she's basically running through all of her single target abilities that she has, her AoEs. She's even spamming her own self-purge abilities. So even though she doesn't have dots or dots on her or debuff on her, that just using those can still trigger inspiration. Every once in a while, she's just going to spam group buffs. She's still spamming Pistol Drill Master though. All right, so now that these enemies are taken care of, what we're going to do is we're going to gang split up. Griffin. Let's see. There are 3 data terminals that we need to click. I think Griffin will put you... We gotta go this way. Let's follow my officer.
Woman.
You go in that one. I'll move Bum down over here. I think it's this room. Yep. And then I'll get Aki into position. So what we're doing with these AS terminals is the door forward is this one over here with the access controller, but that is locked. We have to get a key code. And get to the key code, we have to click these 3 data terminals, which will give us a portion of each. And then I have to go enter it really fast. So I'm going to count down from 3, and then on go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Click it. 3. You son of a bitch. You already did. 51,
I'm sorry. I thought you were doing the
91. What's yours?
40. 40 in the middle.
I can't click it. There we go. I knew that was, somehow my brain, I knew that was going to happen. I hate that the enter key doesn't work there. You have to still move over and click OK, and my window's in the upper left, so I was like, trying to click it. All right, next one's easier, though. All right, so we're going to head down the stairs now that that is open. Clearly, you could do that easily with 3 people. You could probably do it with 2 people. If, like, if you're both Jedi and you're moving really fast. Hold on, my fucking officer's stuck. You're going to be seeing me do this a lot. Alright, so this one's easier. This one you can even do by yourself, but we're going to do it with Griffin. Griffin, click that security scanner now.
Oh. Click.
The fucking other
Scan
one.
failed. What? What other one? Oh, the one over there.
The one over there! The one that you were closer to. You ran across the room to get to me. What is this debuff I have? I've never seen that.
Oh, I have it too.
Biological suppression, an effect only harmful to biological creatures. Can you purge this from us, please? Or boost it?
Let me remember where...
The blue one with the skull. Modify health by 50, action by 50, and mind by 50. Hey, everybody! My mind's been halved. Oh, no. That is not a mechanic in this version of the game. Thank you.
Okay, I'm at the right scanner
right.
now. Let me know.
Go.
There you go.
You son of a...
I clicked it.
What the... Okay, I'm gonna have to count down.
I clicked it when you said go.
Oh, I clicked it and didn't do the thing. Do we have to wait for... No, just... Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Click.
Why won't it? Is it because of this debuff?
I got rid of the debuff last time now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll swap to the other one. You
All
click
right.
that one. Maybe we broke something.
3, 2, 1, go. Wow, what a well-timed charge. Okay, that worked. There you go. That's how it works.
There we go.
That one I always take for granted. I always think it's really easy. And I'm stuck on a door again. You can run by these guys, but since I have my officer and slash follow, she's gonna get like aggro everything anyways, so we're just gonna kill him.
Oh yeah, I forgot to look to see if I could get the jewelry set.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if you want to look after this, you can go look. I have to go back to the Old Republic facility really fast yeah, I have to go back to the Old Republic facility, find out that HK is gone, and then it's Droid Army, and I can just GPP you to Droid Army. I mean, how many tokens do you have on Griffin?
On Griffin, I have
Probably.
36369.
Yeah, you'd have to look on Celeron. That wouldn't be enough. But
I'm pretty sure Celeron has around the same, so together I might have enough or close. Oh, you're getting spicy.
I know. So this is Colonel OR5. He hurt, but he doesn't hurt. His fire hurt. But if you shoot him like this, and then walk out, he'd come over anyways, and then he's like, "Oh, you want to avoid my fire mechanic? That's fine." And then he just kind of rolls over and dies. You're only on fire when you're like in that room, or when he applies it to you. So we just don't go in the room. And then when he's dead, it's okay. See, and then we go in, and that's all fine. And there's a bunch of battle droids here. I've actually sold him on my smuggler without a medic, so he's very easy. I just made that look harder than it actually is. He's technically the first real boss in this entire instance, and he's about the level of quality you're going to get from bosses in Droid Factory 1. Droid Factory 2 is... The first fight's terrible. The subsequent fights are better. So that's what I'm thinking about. My question is, I guess I'm just going to have you fight Rook, and I fight Besh. And me just go real slow with my Mando. Typically when we run this, Griffin's on his officer, and then I'm on my commando, and then I have my medic just pumping heals in my butt. I guess this guy's technically a boss, but he doesn't do anything. Oh, let's just try and run through here. Oh, my officer got stuck. She's so dumb. Alright, we're gonna take out these battle droids. Oh, we pulled the blaster mech that patrols this platform. That's what happened. It was probably my officers, like, artillery or something. Because there's a blaster mech that patrols here. Why did that SPD run all the way around?
Yeah, just circles.
He's like, I'll flank him. That's the smartest AI in the game, everybody.
I will say, having never played a medic until now, there's actually a lot more healing abilities in this game than I thought there was going to be.
I know, it's probably because I shit-talk medic all the time, so I end up underplaying it. I'm like, there are like 3 buttons to hit, it's stupid, and there's actually like a lot of conditional heals. I guess it's like, without the expertise tree like options, you have no offensive abilities. You just have nerve gas for bleed, neurotoxin for poison, and then vital strike, and that's it. So I guess that's why I always show a medic.
That is it. Yeah. It is pretty bad compared to like 14 healers where I have quite a few options in terms of attack.
Yeah.
Especially Sage.
Because even if you spec into the medic options, the only other abilities you can get is you can get Flurry, which is like an offensive thing that can only be used with carbines. That's not super great. And debuffs, that's it. There's no other offensive moves. I mean, for melee, there's melee version. Alright, so now that we're down at the Master Power Core, I'm gonna repair the factory now by clicking on it. The factory garden has been alerted to our presence. Now for the real final boss, the factory guardian, lowercase t on the... So his mechanic is that he debuffs you. That's the whole fight. The debuff isn't very significant, and it can be purged by a medic's serotonin boost. And I think one of the aspects of the debuff is also still attacking your mind pool, which is not a thing in NG. Alright, so now that we defeated, the instance is going to close in 300 seconds, but if you have the quest, what you got to do is you got to come right around here, click the security controller, open the last door, then you radio the system controller and do factory active. Yeah? Making sure? Making sure? Yeah, it says return to the ship's computer. But I'm always paranoid with these quests. Especially since we were doing Fate of the Galaxy and it was like... Duh... Did you... Or no, we were doing Rebel Theme Park. And it's like, no, you click the altar, not the crystal. You have no mind to drain, head empty, yeah? That's the biggest change from, into NGE is they literally took your mind away. You're really dumb now. Oh, it's canonically true. Okay.
No brain.
I'm gonna go to the Old Republic facility. I'll be right back. Okay, yep, and as soon as you get near the facility, it says return to the ship, and then updates, and then, uh-oh, who's that? I appreciate you helping me get back into my own body. Now to get this factory running and get some payback from those dirty meatbags who took it from me. Of course, I am not really sure who to begin with. Better kill everyone just to make sure. I hope this doesn't put a damper on our friendship. But to be safe, I am going to have to kill you too. Don't worry, though. You seem tough, so you will not splatter much. Who was that? What was that droid we saw? Question. Yeah, Demogloon liquid. I was here. You know how to. All right, back with Milo on his side of the table. Phew, I was worried that you wouldn't return. Have you discovered anything that will help us? Not exactly. I think I might have made things worse. What do you mean worse? How could things get any worse than they already are? I sort of woke up a psychotic robot, and now he has control of a droid factory. What? That would explain the reports I have been getting from the field crews in the eastern sector. They say that a large group of unknown machines were seen heading this way. I figured it was just trilum sickness, but to be safe, I sent out a few scouts. What do you think this robot wants? Well, the phrase kill all meatbags did turn up. That is great, just great. Not only do we have to worry about the Empire, we also need to worry about an army of robots coming and killing us all. Listen, you have to fix this. You have to stop that army of droids. We are miners, not soldiers. You are our only hope. Yeah, but I like this. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. You can just leave. I made this mess. I will clean it up. Thank you. The scouts that I sent out to... Thank you. The scouts that I sent are to the southeast of here. If anything is coming from the factory, it will head right through a small valley in that direction. I will give you a tracking code to my best scout. If the droids are out there, he will find them. Good luck. Everyone loves Droid Army, right? Get ready for 25 minutes of Star Wars and chill.
You can watch Godzilla.
You can watch 25 minutes of Godzilla, dude. Okay, so we are at the southeast end of the map where we were sent to meet the Mustafar Scout. This is the Khoiset mining camp that we're going to, also known as Droid Army. The quest that we're on is called Trouble with HK-47. Somehow we found out the droid's name despite it never introducing itself to anybody. They just put it in the title. I never realized until now there's no diegetic name of this droid. They just all assumed he played KOTOR, which was fair. But here's Scout Olan Lono, who says the droids are amassing up ahead. They look like they are getting ready to make a strike at the facility, but they are being held up in the pass. A few of the boys got some weapons and are doing their best to slow their advance. We even managed to install a shield generator. I would bet everything that the droids are going to strike there first. So what do you want us to do? Get in there and help our boys guard the shield generator. If that goes down, there isn't a whole lot that stands between the droids and us. Oh, I'm ready to face them. Good, those droids mean business. So watch your back, keep that shield generator safe. Let's move. So then everyone just like, yeah, let's go in.
Let's go.
Let's go. So once you first enter, you want to speak to Foreman Khoiset. He says, welcome, good people. I'm Khoiset Mining Camp, Foreman of this mining camp, and we are the path of disaster. What do you mean? An army of droids travels this way, and early reports say that they intend to leave no survivors. We have force walls to defend our upper camp, but if they manage to destroy the generator down below this pass and the mining facility to south, we will be open to their assault. What do you have us do? Travel down below. Some of my men have remained behind to assist you in defending the area. Make use of them as you will. It is not just our lives, but the lives of many that depend on you today. I will do my best. That is all I ask. All right, so the solo strategy, or hey, let's not strategy, is we come down to the mining camp, and we are going to talk to both these shift leaders. There's also these pack of demolition charges you could set up and manually detonate, but they're wonky and shitty, so I don't touch them. But we're going to tell both of these guys to follow us. And before we go back over here around this side of the camp, if anybody is looking to complete the special heavy weapons, there is the Oppressor Flamethrower, which apparently I'm too far away to collect. Which I've never gotten this character, so there you go. Wow. And also pick it up on button, because why not? Alright, so what we do with these shift leaders, we're actually going to go back to the main camp. We don't care about defending the shield generator. So when the shield generator is destroyed by the droids, they'll get a buff and we'll get a debuff. But if you are any profession that can cleanse debuffs, so medics with serotonin boost, or officers with like synaptic synapse, you can just remove it. So it's no big deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these shift leaders and, yeah, alright, it looks good. We're just going to have them deploy your people to this area, and then they're going to clone themselves a bunch of times, and we're just going to have them as a pack right there. Because what the...
Metamorphosis.
And Metamorphosis! There's some X-Men shit. If you ever wanted to move them around, you can talk to the shift leader again and be like, we need you to move your position. He'll pack all his clones back up, and you can move them around, but this is fine. So on this field, you can see those like lava pillars on the opposite side. That's where the droids are spawning from and coming into this canyon. And they'll patrol a couple of routes across the area, but they will all patrol through that shield generator camp that we are at, as they want to destroy that first. So they're going to patrol through there, but when they're done, they're going to come back across this way. And some of them will march up this ramp. Some of them will march up this hill over here where my mouse cursor is. And then finally, some of them will march a little bit further across this hill and try and come in through here. Once the shield generator is destroyed, more miners are going to spawn, and they're going to cover this area for us. So all we really need to do is just sit here and pull enemies as they spawn. Droid Army, it has a hard timer of like 25 minutes, meaning that the win condition, which is destroying the forward commander, he doesn't spawn in the field until about 25 minutes in. You cannot make this go any faster. So this is definitely like the instance that, you know, if you want to play more proactively and you got a group, you can go down to the far end of the field, run around, kill dudes. You can even take the shift leaders, deploy them down there. You can mess around. You can be really proactive. You can try and defend the shield generator, mess around with the det packs, do whatever. But nothing you do is going to make this instance go faster. So the tried and true method is I sit here and try and come up with topics to talk about while Griffin's playing like Power Word or a gacha game on the side.
Yeah, that's usually about it.
Usually about it. Oh, also a tip. So the droids in here don't drop credits. In place of credits, what they do is they drop a bunch of junk loot. And the Legend staff even buffed the amount of junk loot they dropped in the past, I believe. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure they did a while ago. And so your inventory is going to get full very fast. I recommend, especially if you're doing this solo, you have an alternate character. I would usually bring in like a crafter that I keyed for this, and I'll have them running a loot macro, and I'll make them master looter, and then they just consolidate all the drunk loot immediately. I didn't have the forethought to do that today, so I just made my commando master looter, and I'm just going to try and loot all the bodies. So Griffin Striker's inventory doesn't get clogged, and he just gives me the junk loot for me to reverse engineer anyways. So like we can see that squad leader there. So if I really wanted to like get my extra credit homework in, I could do this and just start pulling them. But slaying these enemies any faster is not going to make this instance go faster. But it gives me something to do. We can see here that we got this buff called Low Morale. You have taken a blow to your morale, weakening your ability to fight. And it reduces your damage dealt by 100 points, not 100%, 100 points. Trivial hit chance increase to 100, and it's already gone. And then Vum also has it. And it reduces your luck. And then all of the droids will have high morale, which will give them a luck boost and some other stuff. When you complete the instance, you will also get high morale victory. or it's when you defeat the forward commander. So one thing that I did once is I did this instance, I immediately went to go reverse engineer because I had like 200 extra luck just for the meme. Or if you're like doing something that's high luck rolling, like refining spice into biosubstance, or refining unrefined demonic gas to refined demonic gas, and you want to really sweaty about it, you could do this. However, this overlaps with some of the Mustafarian buffs that give you a similar like luck boost, so it's not really that great to do, but you could. Similarly, you could take this buff, you could get out of here and go straight into PvP if PvP's happening. I'll put that asterisk there. So, you know, lots of things you could mess around with.
I'm gonna fart.
Do it.
Stinky, smelly.
Sticky, smelly, doo-doo caca, get him. Oh, some of you might be asking, so I assembled, like, this stuff and made this weapon for Griffin. I gave him a rifle and not a carbine, and I recently uploaded a little quick medic start guide, and I suggested getting a carbine. The reason I suggested carbine for beginner medics is because they're still going to be finding out how they want to play the profession and what they like. And so the carbine allows you to actually spec into carbine-related boxes, as the medic boxes specifically restrict you to carbines, melee weapons, or I think pistols. Rifles don't get bonus rifle damage, and flurry can't be used with a rifle, which is the carbine ability you can unlock. So carbine still like lets you invest in something, but save your credits and mess around with the full build if you want. But generally, most medics will carry a rifle, because while certain abilities like Purge are limited to 50 meters on targets, a lot of your abilities like Neurotoxin and Vital Strike, I believe, are both 64-meter abilities. So in PvPing, you know, if you want to be 60 plus meters out and throw a dot on somebody, you could. Whereas if you're rocking Carbine, you'd have to get within that range. Which, if you're going to rock Carbine Medic, I'd recommend just rocking the 55 meter. So at least you have like the furthest distance possible. But yeah, that's why, because if someone, you know, might look at this go like, did you just say to pick up a Carbine? I'm like, yeah, Carbine's like a starter thing. Like, I don't use a Carbine on my medic. I use a rifle, but that's because he's a Beastmaster medic and he has no points left over for anything else in the medic tree. So if I don't get any incentive to use Carbine, I'm just going to take the rifle for range.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, it doesn't really matter right now.
Yeah, for you, you're fine. I just kind of figure, like, well, most of the builds that I think you generally would be interested in the long term would have you running a probably be best running a rifle anyways.
Yeah.
Because, like, even if you run a full Doom build, you're going to be spending most of your points unlocking debuffs, not unlocking more Carbine attacks. If you want to unlock more debuffs and Carbine attacks, you'd have to either gimp your healing or your survivability, which is both not great for PvP because your #1 job is that. For PvE, it's like more excusable because to jump your survivability, because if everything's going well, you're not going to be taking an unhealable amount of damage ever in PvE, even in the hard encounters.
Okay, I feel like you're giving me a lot of no.
Yes, Andy. I'm like, yeah, but... Oh, there's the enemy commander. He's taking the field. So he spawns on the other side. He's going to march across. We're just going to wait for him. Well, the perk of this, having you actively playing medic, is that when my officer accidentally pulls on the enemies with their AoEs, because they're on macros, you could at least, like, boxer or healer. So there's that, at least.
It's true.
It's not like when we were playing this, I got my medic macroing heals, and then he just coincidentally back to bombs immediately and gets all the threat. That's pretty neat. All right, so there is the... Oh, shit. I'm targeting with my officer. So there's the elite guard and the forward commander. I don't want to pull all those guys at once, so we're just going to wait for that squad to pass by, go the other way, and then we'll let the forward commander... The forward commander always marches up this way. You could even, like... What I like to do is I'll just sit in the back, and then once the lava miners start fighting, I'll just target the forward commander and go from there. All right, so I'm going to try and pull the commander out. All right, I'm going to stand fast, so Griffin doesn't have to worry about healing me too much. Yeah, you had a boxer. She ended up pulling it. Oopsie poopsie.
Yeah, I think she would have been fine, but I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, I have a glance power. I have power-ups on her. The enemy commander has fallen. Press the advantage. So now the enemy has low morale, and now we have high morale. So if you really wanted to, after killing the commander, there are actually more droids in this instance. You could vibe and kill them for junk loot. We got shit to do though, so I'm not gonna do that. Let's see, what did the forward commander drop? He dropped the stim pack E. That sucks. Well, to leave this instance, you could either just use the eject command, or you could talk to the foreman, and it's just like, I need to get out of here. Yeah. Oh wait, Vom's not done. Never mind. We have to sit in here. Shit. All right, I'll bring my.
Rip.
So what it is? So I thought killing the forward commander was the win advantage. It's not. It's actually playing until the droid army has been suppressed. It's been a while since I did this, obviously. So we actually do have to sit in here and kill everything. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I could have saved like 5 minutes of my life, but no. RIP to the lava miners and shift miners that died to make our lives a little bit more convenient. The dangerous part of that fight, by the way, is not so much the forward commander, it's his elite guard all throwing out cryo grenades simultaneously. So when if you do end up pulling the guards like we did, try and move and like move around a little bit, because they'll throw the grenade at your feet, then there'll be a delay and it'll explode. So try not to let all those cryo grenades stack up in one spot and get hit all at the same time. I have accidentally let my medic die in here before when it was like pumping heals in my butt, wasn't paying attention, and then it stood on like all 5 of the cryos at the same time and took like 28,000 damage or some BS. And I was like, oh. You couldn't evade out of one of those, my guy? Oh yeah, they'll also put a priority on destroying like the base, so you can see some force walls are gone. As long as they don't destroy, I think as long as they don't destroy all the bunkers, I think you're okay. But yeah, if they destroy that base, you lose. Is there still? No.
Okay.
We have to wait until we get the system message that Droid Army has been like turned back and
eliminated.
I think it's a hard 30-minute timer. So
there's 2 over here.
Are there?
Yeah, they're just standing here. They're not even moving.
Oh, did they get bugged? That happens sometimes.
I think so.
Okay, so I guess it is slay all of them, and they can get. I remember this happening to us once before.
Yeah, I think we did this with Beta at one point and had to run around the whole map.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a hard timer.
Yeah, actually might be. The stock droids might not matter. Oh, you have there. The Droid Army has been beaten back. The Khoisat mining camp and all those at the mining facility have been saved this day. Yeah, I think it's just
except for the ones that died.
30 minutes, except for the ones that died. It's all right. I think they're Union. They probably have life insurance packages.
Maybe.
You'd be fucked up. The life insurance only covers death on the job doing like actual work, and defending with weapons isn't part of their work. So then there's like a loophole where they don't get life insurance coverage. Sounds like a very like American thing to do.
I was gonna say that. Welcome to America.
All right, so Foreman Khoisat has. You have done masterfully. The Droid Army is wrecked. Or is a wrecked heap across the landscape. In gratitude, you may pass freely through this camp anytime you wish. AKA, you can come back and redo the Droid Army anytime you wish. Which, meh. I do that like when I want junk loot. The forward commander can drop a few good loot items, specifically the warmly glowing artifact, which I think is used for the lava crystal, the Jedi color lava crystal, and the warmly glowing metallic eye, which is used for the master taming necklace. But since that instance takes so long, if you don't get that loot drop, it kind of sucks. So I mostly just go do it for like junk loot. That's basically it. Which, by the way, I'll show you the junk loot once I'm back on my commando. But we got to go back to the droid factory. So here comes another ITV.
Show your junk on stream.
Show my junk on stream. Junk out stream. All right, so before we go in, I have to search for answers, which I think I have to do that in the systems terminal. Yep. We got the droid records placed in here, and we have to figure out what the password is. I think it's like the second to last entry. This is a lot of reading. And I'm not gonna make Griffin Striker lead to my listen to my audiobook. So we're just gonna.
I could listen.
We're just gonna find the password.
My ears want to hear your beautiful voice.
I'm gonna beautifully voice my foot in your butt. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
It was entry 64957. Door passcode 37323. Now we can get in. Now we're gonna walk up to the door. We're gonna open the radio menu. And we're gonna go to Operational Droid Factory. Where? Okay, so this is Droid Factory 2, aka Operational Droid Factory. And what we're gonna do is there are 2 enemies in here. And there's an observer droid. So the first enemy is over here. His name is Besh. He's got, 448,000 HP. And I feel that he hits less hard than a Rook. So what we're going to do is we're going to have my officer hang out here with Griffin. And I'm going to move Aki over into position to fight a Rook. And the reason is we're getting in position is because the mechanic of this fight is to keep these 2 droids' health roughly even, like as close as you can, and kill them at the same time. So it's less about total damage output and more about balance. Unfortunately, this mechanic is inconsistent, is a polite way to put it. So not really my favorite fight. And I think most people would probably say this is not. A Rook has 440, so they have the same amount of health. I just feel like a Rook hits harder, which is why I put the tankier person on them. But, all right, so Griffin, you're going to walk up and hit it, and I'm going to have my officer just out here, line of sighted, dropping all of its abilities in one spot, and spamming so you have action. What?
Do I need to do the standing in the door thing, or do I just go inside?
You could do the standing in the door thing. I'm going to do the standing in the door thing.
Okay.
The standing in the door thing that we're alluding to is the observer droid, supposedly when it comes by the room, if it sees that the droid is in combat, it will, like, shoot a bomb, but if you line of sight it, it won't do it. That's on the wiki, and that's what people told me, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm ready when you are.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, go. Okay, I'm at 440.
I'm at 430. 427.
420 blaze it.
420 as well.
415.
35.
26.
28.
My God, Vum, stop fucking eating dick over here. 16.
20.
Alright, just kill it. Go hard.
I will go hard with my 2 buttons. Dead.
Yay! So as the last Guardian falls, you find and pull an identification mark from their chassis. Yeah, that's the worst fight in this whole fucking place. After that, we're fine. I'm actually... Because the problem is, that fight loves to bug.
Yes, it does.
So...
It's actually one of the few times we've done that and it didn't bug at least once.
Yeah, so what happens sometimes when it gets buggy, so if the fight ever has to restart, sometimes it'll just restart multiple times to fix itself.
And also sometimes the observer droids will just explode everything for no reason.
Yeah, Vum kept getting hit a lot towards the end there, and I don't know why, but if any fight feels like spaghetti cut, it's this one. Okay. So this is the Devastator. He's going to be invincible, so what we're going to do is I'm going to have Vum run it. So I'm just going to have Aki shooting him in the corner. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm going to drag the Devastator over here, have him do this. And then you'll see that he's not taking damage, so what I'm going to do with Vum is I'm actually going to run up here. into this room, and we're going to click the inhibitor storage, grab the rod. Grab hold of that rod for dear life. Run all the way back down, and I'm doing this because Vum's the most mobile between the three of us. And then I'm going to hit the reactive repair, and then he's going to become vulnerable, and then we're just going to wail on him. This one's going to take a little bit. Uh-oh, I have aggro. All right, Vum, you get it. Off you go. We're going to juggle him. Because I was like, well, Vum probably has better, like, burst, so I'll just, like, you know, do it with her. But then, yeah, that makes sense. Me only auto-firing on my commando would result in this, huh?
No, couldn't have known.
Got the Devastator Acid Launcher. Wow.
That's
All right.
acid, bro.
I think we'll be okay. We'll be fine. All right, so that was the second boss fight. Pretty straightforward. The Devastator still does pretty okay damage, though, so without a medic or being particularly tanky, that part can be a little bit more of an eyebrow raiser. Doing that fight is... I'll take it over Uruk and Besha any day, just because I have faith that it won't break as much. Okay. This is Master Droid Engineer. He's going to spawn a shit ton of dudes, so what we're going to go to do is we're going to run in. I'm going to switch to my officer really fast. I'm going to place down a rally point for defense because this sucks. This fight sucks. All right, let's go. I'm going to try and thin out their numbers so they don't all start attacking Griffin or my officer. So the problem with this fight is those NPCs I just killed, they're just going to respawn. You might see some pit droids start running around the background. They're just going to keep repairing the droids. You can also see to my right there, there is a IG unit phasing in and out. It's cloaked. You can't actively target him. They are actual assassin units, and they are very annoying. So we're just going to try and kill the Master Droid Engineer as fast as we can. To try and get out of there. Please proc inspiration. Oh my gosh.
Please, senpai. Inspire me.
There we go. Alright, so we're going to kill these droids while we wait for the next phase of the fight. So the pit droids are going to run over here, and they are going to band together to revive the Master Droid Engineer. I'd say mechanically this fight's probably the toughest in the whole place in terms of, like, just the sheer number of enemies you're dealing with. Uruk and Besh is only tough because it's buggy. And honestly, it's kind of strict on the health values. Alright, so there's Fixer 1. The hardest thing about Fixer 1 is that he has 855,000 health. So it's hard not to fall asleep fighting him. You can still see an IG unit running around. He'll eventually
I'm gonna sit here and
be attackable. He's just gonna stand there behind Griffins. Hey, what?
I'm just gonna sit here and press 1 and 2, and occasionally I might press 3.
Welcome to Medic. That's why I was like, when I was playing the sets, I was like, yeah, Doom, you have more things to do. And you're like, yeah, but first response sounds like the better healing set. I'm like, you're not wrong. There's just not anything more to do with it. It just gives you a chance to be a little bit better at healing. And better defensive cooldowns. The, like, 2-minute cooldown reduction on self-stasis and, like, the minute reduction on evasion's pretty sick. Especially for PvP. That's why a lot of PvP medics actually run first response over Doom. You think Doom would be, like, the go-getter, but after they removed the permit purge effects, first response became much more attractive. Because,
yeah.
for those who don't know, the serotonin purge ability, when used on a player, it would strip a buff from them. Like, it would remove their buff, so it could remove your entertainer buff. So it used to be a lot more oppressive, and people would have to rebuff basically after every fight when there was a Doom Medic around. And it kind of became known in the community just to not run Doom Medic in PvP, just because you're going to be fucking obnoxious and everyone's going to hate you for it. Didn't stop people, of course. Where are you going, Fixer One? Come back. But
He's scarred.
yeah, pretty shitty. But now they just suppress the buffs, so you don't have to rebuff. It's just you'll have like buff effects not counting. Again, I'm not getting any luck on the fucking. I'm even too tired to run Pistol Drill Master. Fixer One can drop warmly going sensor hammer or something, and that one's pretty good. Other than that, he just kind of drops some mid-ass weapons that don't matter. Yeah, we got the Engineer's Sword, which is just the Taurus Sword. It's this thing. It's cool, but okay, so we're gonna turn the macro off of my officer because I don't want to be dropping bombs in the next room we go in. That would make things a little bit harder than it needs to be.
Fart him out.
Fart him out. All right. So as we come up this ramp and enter into here, no McDonald's for you. You see a bunch of hands of doom that we can't attack, and then the class 3 radioactive material. We're going to worry about that later. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to park my commando in this room next to Doombringer. Very safe space to be. And then I'm going to take my officer trigger at the end. You could wait here with my commando. Just grab anything that comes alive if I'm not back by then.
Which one of you's done gone do it?
Honestly, after Sher Kar, we might need to go refresh buffs. Oh, I think I triggered it. Yeah, so when you walk to the end, you're supposed to see there's HK-47. He explodes, shows the door, and he says, well, meat bags, I'm afraid I can't stay and play with you. Places to see, people to kill. You know how it goes. But please do not feel cheated, for I have left you a parting gift. A collection of enough Class 3 radioactive to level this mountain, and Doombringer programmed to catalyze that destruction on a signal that you just said. I'm off to catch a ship now. Enjoy the inevitable. So what you need to do is you need to run in here, and you need to shoot everything that's attacking the radioactive, and then pull it back to this room. And I'm just going to park my officer here, like way in the back. And she's just going to sit here and run her macros, and then we're going to attack. I don't know what that one... Okay. And so there's 3 of them that are active at a time, and you need to attack the one that is named Hand of Doom, or named Doombringer. The ones of Hand of Doom will be invulnerable until they become Doombringer. And Doombringer, it shifts after a period of time. It's not based on you killing units, so see this Doombringer shifted to Hand of Doom, and now this one's a Doombringer, so now we gotta defeat him. And luckily they don't heal, otherwise this part would be maybe kind of annoying. Yeah, the other one's Doombringer. I think I just have to stop using my full grenade loadout. The action procs aren't flowing. And those grenades eat action.
Yeah, if you do your AoEs a lot, you'll starve yourself of action.
Okay, so once you defeat one, another one's going to activate once the next Doombringer is selected. And Griffin's going to pull him over here so that my officer doesn't incidentally make an oopsie. And because the radioactive in that room acts like a layer, so you can hit it, just like these NPCs are trying to shoot it. And you don't want to blow it up, or else you lose. Luckily, if you're in this room, you can fire off AoEs. As long as you don't place those AoEs like in the doorway where it could hit the radioactive. So that's why I stood my officer at the end of the room, in the middle. I will say that damage with our other setup is definitely higher, but that doesn't surprise me, given that 1, I have a Beastmaster medic, so most of my damage is just automatic. 2, actively playing officer is much better than just having your officer just spam. And 3, yeah, that's basically it. 3, 1 and 2 again.
Yeah, if I didn't have to go learn the moves again, I would have probably done Beastmaster medic, but
Oh yeah.
Also,
you'd
if I
have to
did
go
that, I would have probably
creature
just
mode.
made dog medic.
Yeah, but I feel like between Jedi and Bounty Hunter, you seem to have more fun with Jedi than you do Bounty Hunter. I mean, reverse that. Bounty Hunter than you do Jedi.
Yeah, I would agree.
Alright, so once you defeat all the Hands of Doom, Doombringer activates, you defeat him. I don't know why HK-47 has the naming sense of like a teenager, but whatever. He's like, what am I going to name the droids that are going to bring them Doom? I know, Doombringer, and then Hands of Doom. I'm like, oh my god. Oh yeah, this guy has less health than Fixer 1, I think. Yeah, he has 705. He has less health than Fixer 1. That's how much health they gave Fixer 1 for some freaking reason. Well, luckily you have Reckless Stimulation, so you can add some buoyancy to your action when you need it.
Yeah, I had to do that when we were doing Auric and Besh, because I was running out of action real quick.
Yeah, how do you like the fact that you do like half as much damage as me, but consume significantly more action?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, real cool, huh? Real cool that Medic is absolutely useless as a damage dealer. Oh shit!
Even better because I have ACR. What?
We got the warmly glowing max seal detector. Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
So this is the most desirable piece of loot from this instance. It is one of the items used to make the Master Tammy necklace. This generally sells for anywhere between like 25 to 35 mil. So this is definitely like peak loot. I think we could just leave though. Yeah, we could just eject. So we're just gonna use the command to eject out of here. All right, so here's Milo. He says, the Droid Army is gone, but did you stop the problem at the source? The Droid Factory is offline, but HK-47 was nowhere to be seen. Well, we did see him, but he ran away. That would explain the strange signals we have been monitoring from the Volcano crater. We managed to decipher the signal, and it sounds like someone is trying to flag down a passing ship. It must be HK-47. And I suppose I must be the one to stop him. There isn't anyone else who can do it. Please, we cannot let him escape. If he were to get away, he could come back at any time and turn that factory back on. We might not get another chance. And how am I supposed to get up there? You need a pilot, and since you are flying into the crater of an active volcano, you are going to need a crazy pilot with all the off-world traffic we have had lately. There must be one around somewhere. They need to be paid. Tell them to Bill Mensick Corp. So it says talk to a pilot with the quest to destroy HK-47. If we come back up here to the lobby, you will see this Mon Calamari. And he'll be our pilot, but I'm going to get meds. Bro, I was blowing my nose. You guys can't fucking load it in on a goddamn blown nose. Me, I'm blowing my damn nose. Anyways, okay, we're at Sher Kar's lair. We're doing this before HK. So if I open up my little show instance thingy here, you'll see that I am not flagged for Mustafar Sher Kar lair. And to get in, you may have remembered I clicked on this rock and it said you're not allowed in. But in my inventory, I have an omniglobular syringe, which is a glowing item. So one item from the Chugandar Cube. And it's a combination of the reactive poison antidote that we got from Malfosa, an antidote you'll get from HK, that's a guaranteed drop, and one other item that I can't remember right now. But you make that, and then you go in. You sons of bitches. Alright, so I'm just going to go up and I'm going to click on this rock. And then once we're inside, if you open up that instance window again, you can see that Mustafar Sher Kar is no longer on this list. And you don't have to keep that syringe on you, and you can even trade it to other people. It just stays in your inventory. So, let me get my commando in here. Leave me alone. Man, those
Yeah.
those Jundaks stay a bunch of dick humpers.
They're a bunch of dick thumpers.
So this is Sher Kar. This is another instance that's not too bad to solo if you want to do it solo. But we're just gonna run right in and we're just gonna do it. There's really no preamble here. You could, if you have like a Beastmaster, you could just like pet pull her and ignore her ads. But generally the strategy is see the Carling. See how it has the least amount of health with 64 or 65,000 health? Kill that one first. Funnily enough, I did check this before. The ones that are smaller have less health, so just kill those. and then work up to the bigger ones. So I'm going to go with Symbiote next. These guys do actually hurt if you are trying to solo this. Keep that in mind. So if you can avoid fighting them, do it. Otherwise, you can use snares to slow them down, earn away, roots, etc. Okay, Praetorian's almost dead. The bigger Praetorian's
Both of them
almost
are.
dead. AoEs, yeah. Alright, so Sher Kar herself, she only has one mechanic. That is, when you see the message Sher Kar powers up for an attack or something, she'll get a buff that looks like the blue smoke swirl. And she'll do a fuck ton of damage. Also, her HP is 885,000. She's just as strong as Fixer 1, but she does a bit more damage than Fixer 1 does. But we're just going to stand here. She also has a pretty nasty poison dot, which she just put on me. So keep that in mind. But right now she's been empowering her attack, which is why she's doing quite a bit to me. Nothing we can't just tank. And when the empower attack is gone, you can just not worry about it. Basically, when she has it up, if you have a way to snare her or slow her down, I don't know if she can be rooted. Or if you have like force speed, like if you're Jedi, you can run around the arena and just kind of avoid as many attacks as you can as possible. Otherwise, if you like a smuggler with spot a sucker or some other sort of like targeted debuff, you can throw that on when it's up. I don't think you can purge it. I don't know. Griffin, next time it's up, use Serotonin Purge on her. She might not do it before we kill her. Oh, no, here it comes. Get ready. Alright, try Purger. Alright, Purge doesn't work. I didn't think it did on this one, but I found that Purge works on a lot more things than I think it does. Unfortunately, that's not one of them. And she's dead. And we got the Old Republic two-handed lightsaber hilt. Hey, we had somebody in stream the other day asking about this one. This is the lightsaber hilt Jedis can craft. So Sher Kar drops the two-handed, and HK drops the one-handed. I didn't remember which one that was, but we got that. That's also probably one of the better items to loot from here. The other ones would be, yeah, here's Devastator Acid Launcher if you want to add it to your collection. The better items would be like the Warmly Glowing Skulls used in a few combinations. I think the Gravestone is kind of bad. The Gravestone drops off her. She can also drop a bunch of weapons, and those weapons suck. So, yeah, I'll take the hilt schematic. Then once you're done, you can just eject, and then just use your ITV to go back to the mining facility. We gotta go do HK now.
HK.
HK. Also, to clarify, Sher Kar is not part of the Champion of Mustafar questline, but it's the last instance on Mustafar that I've yet to do, so I figured while I have Griffin here, it would be easiest to go spank it out.
Oh god, I don't have the skip the cinematic.
Or whatever. Watch that enough on live to have part of that in my brain forever. Alright, so we're gonna head inside now. Just in the lobby back with we're going to speak with Master Pilot Mendel now that we've defeated Sher Kar. We're going to go to HK. So we talk to him. He goes, Mendel is my name and flying is my game. If you need to get somewhere in a hurry, I am that's great, but I am in a hurry. Well then, let's not waste any time with idle chit-chat. Just tell me where you need to go and leave the rest to me. I need to be dropped off in the crater of that volcano. Volcano crater flight, eh? Lava shooting up all around us. Intense heat, high risk factor. That will be no problem at all. One thing I learned about flying around this rock is that if you come in low, the heat from the lava helps keep your ship up most of the time. That's great, but I really need to get up there now. Say no more, say no more. We can leave at once. Hold on, do your hat or whatever. This is going to be a bumpy ride. Is your party ready to go? Yes, let's fly. That's what I hear. Anything better than nice crater flight. And then everyone has to talk to him individually. And obviously you can go back once you complete it before. So one thing that you might have when you load in, some of you might remember this from live, you might not see everybody. Like I don't see Griffin on my officers, so I'm just going to soft log by doing return to menu, wait for a second, click them again. This happens entering a few different instances in the game, but this is one notorious one for that. All right, I can see everybody now.
Nice.
Okay. So, HK 40 shizzies.
40 schmevin.
40 schmeckles. Yep. Alright, so the first fight is HK Taskmaster. this fight's pretty easy. All you do is shoot him. And then once a support droid wakes up, turn to that and shoot that instead. Alright, so the support droid we were targeting went offline. That's okay. It will heal slightly, but when it comes back, again, we can destroy it later. So you want to destroy all of these support droids. And before you destroy the Taskmaster. And as you destroy these droids, the Taskmaster is going to get stronger, but I think he's like gets easier to kill or something. Anyways, the main reason to destroy these is, those who might remember, there used to be a bug where if you destroyed the Taskmaster before you destroyed the support droids would stop coming out of their invulnerability state, and you wouldn't be able to do anything to the Taskmaster. So I'm going to start focusing on him, because I think he does take less damage the more that we destroy. No, he just increases the damage. Never mind. Generally, you'll have like just the tank focus on that, and then have like the damage dealers focus on the droids. But since I have my officers,
Time damage.
Yeah, since my officer's assisting my commando, I kind of want to, you know, make sure we actually get rid of these guys. Him doing a bunch of damage is fine. He doesn't hit that hard. He hit hard by old game standards, not current game standards. Oh yeah, we killed all the support droids. Now we're just taking out the Taskmaster, which he has like what, extra 4,000 armor and 800 damage. So yeah, I guess he's technically harder to kill now, but it's fine. See, he's fine.
We all fine.
Unfortunately, we got a
Fine
weapon. Stinky flechette pistol. A lot of the I don't think any of the Mustafar weapons could be deconstructed and recrafted. Smooth operators. Alright, so this is AK Prime. He has 4 droids supporting him. That doesn't matter. The main thing you need to know is he has 2 AoE attacks. He has one that's a giant line that hits anything in front of it. And then he has one that fires out a missile to everybody. Everybody can't really avoid the missile, but the line, it hurts. So I'm going to be trying to point him away from Griffin Striker. And also, yes, he does have the habit of, oh, I want to take a lava bath. Dumbass.
I love lava sports.
That's it. See, there's this big fart cloud that you can't really dodge, but the cones you can. That's also a nice little heat dot on everybody who's affected by it. Also, as some of you might notice, our familiars are a little pissed off at him. For some reason, I think it's his AoE attack. It hits familiars. Thankfully, your familiar can't be killed and you can't deal damage, but it still will try to attack him. Oh, there's this big piss cone he just did in my face. You boxed yourself?
That was a misclick.
I've done that a couple of times.
At least I can still heal from the box.
Yep, you can do heal, you can do run buffs, so like, as you're probably familiar with your officer, when you run emergency shields, you can still run all your buffs and stuff. So the boxes are nice. Speaking of officers, where's my action, bum? There it is. Just had a shot at her.
Give us action. I have a dog licking my arm.
You must be salty.
Oh.
This intense Star Wars Galaxies gameplay got you sweating bullets over there. Your dog's like, let me lick that. Let me get him.
Apparently. Give you the bomb.
Oh, the bomb. Oh boy, AK Prime rocket launcher. Rather would have had glowing loot. But, yay.
The game is front loading all our loot. All the rest of this instance, we're just gonna get shit.
Yeah, I mean, I got the glowing mag seal detector, which is probably the single most valuable piece of loot you can get out of any of the Mustafar instances in the current game in terms of like the economy. So yeah. I'll take it. All right, so this is Forward Commander Mark II. This is a spicy boy. So what he does is one droid is going to come online at a time based on a timed interval. That starts when we enter this area. And we just have to kill him. And then we'll go into phase 2. Which honestly, I think I'm gonna pop my banner for this one. Probably also run my GCW, like one of my GCW buffs when we get to that phase. I haven't been maintaining my GCW rank, obviously. I've decayed under Colonel. It's whatever. I just got tired of hunting for non-existent PvP. Oh, we did loot the Warming Glowing Soil from Sher Kar. I just didn't notice it because the hilt was so distracting. Lightsaber. So we actually got like the best loot table drop from her, I think, possible. So that's nice.
Heck yeah.
I think she can also drop the schematic reader, but since Malfosa can also drop that, it's not that as valuable. Yeah, so the forward commander's now awake, and what's going to be happening during this fight is he's going to be giving rise to some of these fallen droids, aka risen commanders, and they're going to pile up fast, so we're going to focus our damage on them. Okay, now we got a bunch spawning in, so I'm going to go hard. Honestly, you could probably pop macro binocs. I preemptive stand fast here, so Griffin doesn't have to worry about too much healing. Fortunately, I'm not getting that action proc. This is probably the first difficulty check of the entire encounter. Just being able to either out-survive these guys or kill them fast enough. Luckily, we're pretty tanky, so this is okay for us. But with less damage or less durability, this fight gets a little scarier. Alright, so now that all the commanders are defeated, we just have the boss left. So, this is easy. Just keep wailing on him until he dies. Gotta refresh my med buff. Gotta refresh my officer stim. What are you gonna drop, forward commander? Warm and glowing deed. Alright, I'll take a warm and glowing deed. I think it's used for a couple of things. Like, I think it's used in like a either schematic for some weapons or some components for some weapons. I remember it being somewhat useful. So there's that at least. Alright, the next fight's pretty straightforward, but can be kind of sweaty. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have follow Griffin. And Griffin's going to be running around the outside of this area while I tank CAYM prototype in the middle. And the reason Griffin wants to stay on the outside is because during this fight, Kubaza beetles are going to be spawning. And the Kubaza beetles do the classic, when I die, I explode. So... and while I'll do my best to either kill them or get their attention at least, sometimes, you know, they just go, ooh, that guy just healed. Let me jump on them immediately. Otherwise, the only thing dangerous about this fight is this poison dot can be pretty difficult. So if you're doing this by yourself and having a hard time, you can use the Shard of the Serpent that we got earlier from the Serpent Shard quest, and that is this is a good fight to use that in. Otherwise, he's just a straight up tank spank. Nothing really switch on about this fight. Should have killing spreed there, but I just love Cluster so much. It's kind of weird how a lot of these bosses aren't level 90. But whatever. Alright, how much health does this guy even have? 950k? 50k shy of a mil.
Running around.
Running around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Don't look at my purse. I don't know.
I thought you were going to say butthole.
Look in my butthole. That would have been enough syllables. From this, we got the Jedi Master Cloak, which is the second best cloak a Jedi can get before their Shatterpoint or Cloak of Hate. So that's kind of cool. It sells for like a mil. It's not terribly rare. But I'll take it, sure. Okay, so for the next part, we're gonna turn off our macro here. So this next one is probably my least favorite in the entire place. Even if you do the mechanic as intended, I hate it. Just because it's obnoxious. So this is GK Oppressor. We're not going to engage with him immediately. What we're going to do is we're going to run around the outside. You'll see he's hostile, but he won't start the fight until we get close enough or we shoot him. Fun! Stop running in lava.
Oh, then I run into lava.
What did I say about playing in the cheese?
I'm pretty sure you tell me to play in the cheese, honestly.
Not in this game. That's a different game. And we're going to come over here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to pull GK from this side. And we're going to... He has a bunch of NPCs that spawn in. We're going to try and cheese that by either A, avoiding them entirely, or only fighting a handful at a time. I'm not very good at this one. I've watched videos on how to do this, and the AI just doesn't want to seem to do the same thing all the time. So we're just gonna go for it. Oh yeah, the reason I hate this fight, by the way, is because him and some of his NPCs just throw out a billion debuffs. One of those used to actually strip debuffs, like Serotonin Purge, but Legends changed it so with the suppression debuff where it will only suppress. So he deactivated, retreated. I think Vum's AoE just did that, even though it wasn't targeting anything. Maybe Core Bomb, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't like how I looked. All right, well. I avoided none of these NPCs. We got all of them at once. Just, yeah. I hate this fight, guys. It's just so mechanically stupid. Because the idea is, like, you fight all these guys, and then he comes out of his stage eventually, and then you just continue. I don't know. Stupid. I have no action because they attack your action pool also. I hate them. They're bad, stinky, doo-doo, and they're still purging my debuffs. I have 9 buffs suppressed. They came back though, thank God. They had my int buff there for a minute. Assholes.
I can serotonin boost that off of you, though.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Alright, so GK's got half his health. Well, the main mechanic we were trying to avoid, which was that, if he didn't, so... Alright, he summons more. Stop summoning friends, asshole. Sometimes I'm like, do I not pull them far enough? I don't know, man. Oh, I'm snared. Cool. We got a bad drop, unfortunately, but we've had some pretty good luck today, so I can't complain. It's Oppressor Obsidian Polearm, meh. But the best item to get off him would be the warmly glowing splinters. That's used for the Master Taming Necklace and some other stuff.
I love this nice stroll through the lava fields that we're having right now.
You could probably boost these.
No, I tried already.
Oh, there's charge. All right.
Oh wait, no, I can. I guess I boosted something else. I don't know.
They do throw on a lot of debuffs. Making sure I have all my. I'm gonna focus fire.
But also, I was enjoying our time together. Don't you enjoy our time together?
I do, but we could also do something. We only have an hour and a half left in the stream. That's how long we've been doing this on my so far. Anyways, HK47 says your persistence is most entertaining me. Bag request. Can I call you my friend? Don't let the attempts to kill you confuse that point, as I try to kill all organics, but I do not believe any of the organics I have known are still around in this time. I will think of you and tell someone they remind me of my friend before I blast them. It will be a great fun. I do want to thank you for all that you've done for me up to this point. As a parting gift, you may tell me the name of some meatbag that you do not like, and I will personally kill them. Oh, why not? I'll throw in the rest of their family for free. But first, we have a little business to sell ourselves. And here comes the YT-2400 landing awkwardly. And HK-47's on the opposite side down there, looking to hop on it with the remnants of his droid army. But first, we're going to take out this squad of assault droids. And then we're going to take out this squad of assault droids. Alright, and then we're going to fight HK-47 himself. The only thing you know about HK-47 himself is, you know, all the mechanics we have fought up to this point, he has all of them. He can summon Kubaza beetles. He summons GK droids. He summons your mom. He does everything. So we're going to just shoot him, and we're going to bring him this way. Because I don't want to... They all spawn around in front of the YT, and I don't want to fight him over there. So we're going to pull him back this way. Come on, Stinky Stinkerton. This isn't going to avoid us, by the way, getting aggro on those enemies, but it'll take it longer for them to figure out what the fuck's going on. And of course, HK-47 loves keeping his toes warm, so he's standing in that lava. He even has the AoE that pisses off familiars. Look at them go. They literally said, let's just give him all the boss mechanics, Lamau XD. And so they did. I have no action now. Also, I guess this does avoid the GKs. That's nice. What?
So you gotta give those KOTOR fans a nostalgia boner.
I know. Remember when GK summoned, or remember when HK-47 summoned a bunch of lava beetles out of nowhere to go explode on a guy? That's part of KOTOR.
That's actually how I beat Fuck, what was the other? What was the Darth? Was it Malik? No.
Oh, holy shit!
Oh.
So we got the warmly glowing reactive antidote. This is used for the Omni Globulur syringe. I got the YT-2400 Vessel D, which is a guaranteed drop these two. We also got the warmly glowing engine component, which is used to make the lava crystal from the glowing cubes. That's pretty cool. So I don't think I've ever looked at that before. Yeah, but if you run up here, there's nothing in this ship except for this droid, which if you tell him, they'll just to return to your mining facility. But yeah, you get eject. You can run in the lava, take the Colonial Express, which is what a lot of people do. Because usually you just want to get back to like Isley or whatever else as fast as you want. But the autopilot sticks you out here in the mining facility, which is probably the worst part. So it is a bit of a walk back, but you can try and reenact episode 3 by running out here if you got 2 Jedi and just poke each other. You can't cut down the facility like Obi-Wan and Anakin did, but you could go out there, I guess. All right, so we're back with Milo. He says, the signal has stopped. You have saved us from that one insane droid. That is one major problem off our backs, but we are not any closer to solving our Empire problem. Don't be so certain. You are now the proud owner of a fully stocked droid factory. What? Of course we can take the resources that are stockpiled there and sell them off to the Empire to fill our order. Fill or order? It's missing the U. That is brilliant. We can take care of the Empire and make sure that the factory can never be used again at the same time. You have done us a huge service. By the way, you have a message waiting for you. It was encoded for your eyes only, so I'm not sure what it is about. You can use the terminal over there. So we're going to go here, click the mining communication console, and says, I must admit that you almost make me wish I still needed a good master. Almost. Your little gray brain must be getting confused at this point. I understand that happens a lot with your kind. I didn't survive for 4,000 years in a husk of a ship just to be destroyed by a few lucky shots. I must be going now. I have made a list. First, I need to visit those Nemoidians. Then I think I will go after architects. Don't worry, you are far down that list. You amuse me. One last thing, I know that you meatbags like keepsakes. I have sent you one. You should start enjoying yourself. It won't take me long to get through my list. He never comes back in this game. Sorry, everybody. I guess they had a contract where they said they couldn't kill him. But anyways, yeah, he gives us a hologram because that's just what he does. That was the champion Mustafar, everybody. So that's some of what you have to look forward to. Those are some strategies to use if you're doing it by yourself or just with a friend. I'd highly recommend, though, doing it with like a couple more people. It makes it go a little bit faster. But you can see you can work with what you got. That's a lot of fun to watch. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed watching it. It's been a bit since I did all the Mustafarian instances, so it was nice kind of de-rusting a little bit. And I'm glad that the most uncooperative mechanic was us clicking a switch in the first one, rather than a Rook and Besh. I'll take that any day over a Rook and Besh messing up, man.
Yeah, no, me too.
No more Pleased to Planet. We're done on Mustafar. Yeehaw.